What do you think Kudus has to do to get a goal? I miss the goal celebration. Mohammed Kudus goal celebration. I miss it a lot. I want to see it. Like, I want to see it in the next game. I want to see him sitting on something. Yes, I want to see Mohammed Kudus sitting on something. That goal celebration, I've missed it a lot. Kudus, make something happen, I beg. Guys, if you're excited, Tottenham beat West Ham by 3-0. Comment Kudus. You see, West Ham fans, they over-prepared for this game all because of Mohammed Kudus. They planned that anytime Mohammed Kudus was on the ball, they were going to boo him. They did that a lot, especially in the first half. Kudus was just smiling. But guess what? Most of the fans doing that, so most of the fans that were booing Mohammed Kudus, they left the stadium before 90 minutes. Only Kudus can make that happen. Guys, comment Kudus. I want us to talk about that game, the performances of some players, including Mohammed Kudus, amongst many others. But before we jump into it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and also turn on notification. My name is Adam. You're watching SportsCornerGH. Quickly, let's jump into it and talk about the game. We all know that this is a derby, the London derby. But what made it a bit spicier was because of Mohammed Kudus. So the whole conversation leading to the game was about Mohammed Kudus leaving West Ham and joining Tottenham Hotspur. So the fans planned today that anytime Mohammed Kudus was on the pitch, they were going to boo at him. And they did that a lot in the first half. And when they did that, it really helped West Ham, especially in the first half. I'm not going to lie. If we want to talk about the first half, West Ham were a better team. They played so well in the first half, especially in the first 30 minutes. They handled their business. Possession, it was on their side. Creating chances, they were doing so well. I felt like, you know what, they could have at least converted some of those chances they had in the first half. But in the first half, I felt like the officiating was also bad because they robbed Mohammed Kudus of an assist. The goal that was called by Romero should have stood, but VAR disallowed that goal based on the fact that there was a foul from Mickey van de Ven, a foul that happened before the ball was kicked by Mohammed Kudus. Even the commentators were saying that they saw nothing wrong with the goal. Nothing wrong with the goal. So I felt like the officiating in the first half was so bad to the extent that they robbed Mohammed Kudus of an assist in that game. He could have gotten an assist in that game. They robbed him. But that aside, the last 10 minutes of the first half belonged to Tottenham Hotspur. They played extremely well, getting to the end of the first half. That gave me, hope that Tottenham Hotspur were still in the game, because in the first 30 minutes, West Ham played one of their best footballs this season. But then, let's talk about the second half. The second half, it was a different game altogether. Even though Mohammed Kudus was booed, he was still playing, he was still providing the crosses, he was still providing the chances, creating, and doing so well in the game. But in the second half, Tottenham scored 3 goals. Now, the goal scorers for Tottenham were Mickey van de Ven, Lucas Bagval, and also Pape Matissa, who is becoming my favorite player. I'm not going to lie to you. He's playing his role very well and also adding goals to his role. And I like that very much. But you know what? Kudus should have been part of the goal scorers, because in the second half, the last 10 minutes plus extra time, Kudus was playing centrally. And I want to tell you this. If Thomas Frank allowed Mohammed Kudus to play centrally or as a number 10, it is over for the rest of the EPL teams. I'm telling you. What I saw in that last 10 minutes of that game, Kudus was something else, playing through the middle. He was doing things, he was making things happen. I said, even as at that time, those who were booing, they had left the stadium and went home, and Kudus took over the show. Because as at that time, on the right wing, you have Bernard Johnson playing there, on the left, you have Odibet. And center forward, you have Richarlison. So Kudus was just right behind Richarlison in that last 10 minutes. And what I saw, I was like, if they allow Kudus play number 10 in this team, it would be dangerous. This is a game where Benteke did not play, Kolomwani did not play. Imagine they're playing in their next game. Their next game is the UCL, which I'm going to talk about very quickly at the end of the video. But then I want us to talk about the game. I'm not going to lie to you. Graham Potter would be sacked very soon. If they are looking for a coach that will be sacked very soon, it would be Graham Potter. Because at home, last time Chelsea scored West Ham 5. Today, Tottenham 3. Why? Why? West Ham. I'm happy Kudus is no more there, because if he was in West Ham right now, the whole conversation would be Kudus did not play well. It is because of Kudus that they have scored West Ham. I'm happy he's with the winning team. As they sweet us, it depend them, as it depend them, or it is sweet us. It is sweet us. Guys, comment Kudus. Look, I'm just so happy for Mohammed Kudus. I felt like in that game, he played pretty much very well. But rather unfortunately, he did not get a goal or get an assist. I believe he should have at least gotten one. Based on my own opinion, looking at the way he played, he was so impactful. And I think we are not appreciating how good Mohammed Kudus is when it comes to set piece taking. Whenever he plays that corner here, it is going directly to a Tottenham Hotspur player. He has perfected that craft. And I want to give him his flowers for that. I want to give him his credit for that, for perfecting that. That cross, it is technical and equal. And today I noticed he was not the only one taking all the set pieces. Xavi Simons is taking it at one side. Mohammed Kudus is also taking it at the other side. And every single time he took that set piece, you know something is about to happen. If Kudus is on the ball, you know something is about to happen. And having Kudus in a team where you have Xavi Simons, you have Nicky van der Ven, Pape Matessa, you have all these players, trust me, this is a team that can win a trophy. Yes, this is a team that can win a trophy for Tottenham Hotspur. And I'm not going to lie to you, I think West Ham would really feel bad for sending Mohammed Kudus 55 million. They will now be thinking, we should have sold Kudus 80 million because Kudus is overplaying. Kudus is playing more than a 55 million player. For those who say, oh, he did not score a goal, he did not provide an assist, let it be known to you that you have played 4 games so far. And Kudus has already provided 2 assists. Don't forget. And this time around, this is not West Ham where he's being taxed with the fact of, finding the back of the net and all. This time around at Tottenham Hotspur, he's been taxed with the fact, the part of, creating chances and providing an assist. And he's doing that perfectly well. And if you see in the game today, he was creating chances. And you could see it has been part of his game. When he even came into the national team, look at the assists he created for Jordan Ayew's goal in the first game against Chad. That is Kudus learning, Kudus being coached. And I think it's about time we're giving his flowers for what he's doing at Tottenham so far. And I believe Tottenham fans will like what they have seen so far from Mohammed Kudus, because he's that spark. When he's on that ball, you know it's about to go down. Their next game is against Villarreal. The whole team is doing extremely well. Pape Matissa is doing extremely well. Lucas Bergvall is doing extremely well. Mickey van der Ven, Romero, the goalkeeper, everyone is playing. Their next game is against Thomas Partey's Villarreal. You see, this win is so important for them. And I think Thomas Frank is going to learn a lot from this one. And I think Thomas Frank is also a very good coach, looking at how he's using the rest of the players in this team. This looks like a very brand new team compared to what Tottenham was using last season. So this team looks very new. And Thomas Frank is making sure he gets the best out of this team. I'm not going to lie to you. After seeing Tottenham play some games, I think Tottenham are pretty a good squad this season. Now, I want us to talk about some statistics from that game. And I'm going to focus on Mohammed Kudus for the sake of this video. Yes, Mohammed Kudus in that game was rated low by SofaScore. And me, I always fight with SofaScore because of this. I only rate Mohammed Kudus 6.9. I think you should get a higher rating than that. That is just based on my own opinion. But then let me know yours down below in the comments, because this rating is too small for Mohammed Kudus based on what he did in the game. But then I want us to take a look at what he did in the game based on numbers very, very quickly. In that game, he played the full 90 minutes. And I was shocked. At the point, I thought he should have been substituted, but he played the full 90 minutes. In fact, playing 2 positions. He played centrally and also played on the right wing. He had 1 shot on target, 1 shot off target, 2 shots blocked, 3 dribble successful out of 6, 1 big chance created, which that goal, and it was not, it did not happen, but we will take it like that. Total touches in the game, 53. Accurate passes completed, 19 out of 24, accumulating to 79%. Key passes in the game, 2. Crosses accurate, 2 out of 10. Long ball successful, 3 out of 4. Ground balls won, 3 out of 8. Aerial balls won, 1 out of 2. I mean, he was rated 6.9 by SofaScore, which I believe is too low. It should have been 7 or 7.1 in my own opinion. But then, guys, this is the update that has to do with Mohammed Kudus' performance in that game. The plan from Tottenham Hotspur fans to boo at Mohammed Kudus, it backfired. Most of them left the stadium before 90 minutes. And I'm happy Kudus had a great game playing again, playing against his former club and also again with his friends from his club, like West Ham. Most of the players that are his friends. So it was just fun seeing him do that once more. But I guess this is the latest update I have. This is my own reaction concerning the game. Let me know what your thoughts about it down below in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and also turn on notification. What do you think Kudus has to do to get a goal? I miss the goal celebration. Mohammed Kudus goal celebration. I miss it a lot. I want to see it. Like, I want to see it in the next game. I want to see him sitting on something. Yes, I want to see Mohammed Kudus sitting on something. That goal celebration, I've missed it a lot. Kudus, make something happen. I beg. You guys, I'll make sure to see you in the next one. Charlie, we go bye.